Stock market news today. U.S. stocks close higher in countdown to Fed. U.S. stocks, which are heading for their third month of straight losses, closed Tuesday's trading session higher as investors weighed fresh consumer confidence data and looked ahead to the Federal Reserve's upcoming policy decision on Wednesday. The benchmark S&P 500, GSPC, jumped about 0.7% while the Dow Jones Industrial Average, G, and tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite, IXIC, each climbed 0.4% and 0.5%, respectively. Bonds rallied after the U.S. Treasury cut its estimate of how much the government would need to borrow in the fourth quarter, easing some pressure on stocks. The 10-year Treasury yield, TNX, finished the trading day flat to trade around 4.87%. Fed policymakers have hinted that the recent surge in Treasury yields could be a factor in their decision-making, given its tightening effect. Investors are highly focused on whether the central bank will hold interest rates steady, as most analysts expect, or hike at their meeting starting Tuesday. Here comes the Fed decision. The Federal Reserve will announce its decision on interest rates at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Wall Street expects the central bank will hold rates steady but still leave the possibility of future rate hikes as it works to bring inflation back to its 2% target. As Yahoo Finance's Jennifer Schonberger reports, Fed Chair Jerome Powell wants to play it right down the middle, said Wilmer Stith, bond portfolio manager for Wilmington Trust. They're well into their tightening cycle, if not done already. In September, the Fed held interest rates steady in a range of 5.25%–5.50%, the highest in 22 years, while its updated forecasts released at the same time suggested one additional rate hike would be needed this year to bring inflation back to its 2% target. Powell signaled in a speech at the Economic Club of New York earlier this month the central bank could hold rates steady at its next policy meeting. The Fed chair also warned, however, that inflation was still too high and more interest rate increases are still possible if the economy stays surprisingly hot. Given the uncertainties and risks, and how far we have come, the committee is proceeding carefully, Powell said. We will make decisions about the extent of additional policy firming and how long policy will remain restrictive based on the totality of the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.